Hi, this is Martin with My IELTS Tutor. I want to thank you for joining me today. Welcome back. Today we're going to cover our 8th lesson on IELTS General Writing Task 1, the letter. And today we're going to talk about the introduction and opening statement. I mentioned these before, especially the opening statement, but today I want to talk about how to write them. Or rather, how to write it. So now, let's begin. Now, the introduction and opening statement, this is the first paragraph of your letter. Okay? The first paragraph of your letter. And it introduces two things, the purpose of the letter, and then general statements or questions that, such as asking about the person. These are kind of an introductory type of sentences that kind of give a little bit of context for the letter itself. Now, the opening statement itself is a single sentence that clearly states the purpose of the letter. So it could be phrased such as what I have here. I am writing to inform you of. I would like to request, or I would like to invite you to. Now, so those are how you can start off the opening statement. Remember, it's one single statement, the opening statement, one sentence only. Now, how to write the introduction. Now, that depends on tone. And you heard me talk about tone, and I'm not done talking about tone either. So as you know, we have our 3 tones: formal, semi-formal, and informal. Now I have some details for both informal, semi-formal, and then for formal. Now for informal tones, in terms of the introduction, you could ask about the other person, including personal details like a shared experience, or such as a concert or trip and such, as part of your introduction. That's usually for like a very informal letter, and depending on, it could be for like an invitation, or it could be for like an explanation type, maybe an explanation type letter, kind of newsletter type letter, like that. And then you have your statement of purpose. It can be informal speech, but it's very clear about the purpose. For example, what I have here: I really want to ask you a favor, which is to loan me your truck. So that's it. As long as it can be for informal or semi-formal, the speech can be informal speech, although with semi-formal it's a little bit more formal than, say, this. This sentence here would be for semi-formal: I would like to ask you a favor. Whereas the sentence you have here is informal. So now formal, that depends on the relationship you have with the other person. Now if you know the other person, such as your supervisor or landlord, go directly to the opening statement. Just make it simple like that. Just make your opening statement as your sole introduction. Your sole introduction can be just the opening statement itself. If you don't know the other person, then it might be a good idea to introduce yourself and explain your relevance to the situation. And include some relevant details as well regarding the situation also. But also, again, write a clear opening statement. And I'm going to give you examples of these right now, actually. So I have 4 examples here for semi-formal and informal. So from here you can see that the underlined sentences of these paragraphs are the opening statements. For example, in the first example: I hope you and your family are well. It's been a long time since we've spoken. I'm not sure if you are aware, but I have been accepted to the University of Saskatchewan. Now all that is kind of get all